Okay, yes. So welcome back to another session of the Relaxing Fertility Yoga sponsored by the Fertility Partnership. My name is Julie, and this, of course, is a live Zoom class. And if people are watching it on YouTube, then you're seeing it later. And we were just discussing that we are going to work on shoulders, blood flow, and manifesting conception as a belief. So I just want to also remind all of you that these classes are for both men and women. Obviously, some of the things I say are going to be more geared towards the female partner and the female body. Well, I shouldn't say the female partner because you might have two female partners, obviously, but towards whoever might be trying to conceive. However, I just want to really reiterate that everyone is welcome in these sessions. And in fact, if you have a partner that does it with you, that's a really lovely and beautiful thing, and totally welcome and encouraged if a partner wants to join in. Likewise, these sessions are safe for any point in your cycle. However, if there's something that doesn't feel right to you, or if I ever do something like last week, we did one exercise that you shouldn't really do in the 2-week wait, which I mentioned in that session, not to do that particular exercise. But basically, these sessions are safe at any point in your cycle. And if that being said, if something doesn't feel right, listen to your body. Always listen to your body. So there was someone who was going to come today and she had her embryo transfer and was feeling really low energy. So it's way better not to do the class in that case, and to just, again, listen to your body and just respond respectfully. So yes, we'll start with the centering and breathing, and then we'll move into some warm-ups, and then we'll do some things again for shoulders and blood flow and the mind. So just first start by coming into a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. And also, please feel free to use any props you have available too. So you can sit onto cushions, onto yoga props, onto blocks, onto bolsters, anything that feels good to you. But again, listening to your body. So this is, coming on 6 o'clock on a Thursday. So that might mean that you've been at work all day, in which case, I think it's time to lie down if that's the case. And especially if you've been sitting at a desk most of the day, give your lower back and give your hip flexors a break. And you can do that either by coming flat onto your back, or you can take the legs and just extend them all the way out, letting them flop and splay. Okay, so whether you are sitting or lying down, let's take a few rolls of the shoulders. So you're going to inhale, roll the shoulders up, and exhale them down and back. And again. And one more. And just relax the shoulders down and relax the hands, either facing up or down. So we say up for receiving energy and down for grounding energy. So if you're feeling very in your head, maybe put your hands down, just feel the earth even. If you're wanting to receive, and that could mean anything, you can open your palms up, receiving all the love and joy and abundance in the universe. And no matter how woo-woo it sounds, just go with it, because we make our reality with our thoughts. Okay. And once you find what feels right for you, just close your eyes if they're not yet closed. And take a few deep inhales through the nose with exhales, sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. And just do this a few times. Inhaling calm. Exhaling, sighing out, letting go of any stress or any tension. And then once you've sighed out a few times, just let your natural breath take over again. And just notice your breath and notice where it lands in your body. Whether it's coming down into the chest or further down into the belly. And whatever you find in this practice, just practice noticing without judgment. So there's no need to label your breath, your body, your mind as bad, as good. There's no need to put shoulds on yourself. Just try to notice everything exactly as it is. And from here, go ahead and take the awareness and bring it up to your mind. And just start to check in with your mind, noticing the quality of the mind right now, how open or closed it is, how busy or quiet, if there are any thoughts on repeat. And notice the vibration and the sensation of the mind. So sometimes if we get into our heads about something, maybe we start to feel tired in the head, or we feel almost foggy because we're just really circling around and around the same thoughts. So just notice where your mind is right now. And again, it's not about judging it, just notice it. And take the awareness, bring it to your heart, and just notice what's happening in your emotional center, how you're feeling. And for those of you who might love science, Western science, know that there is actually a neural highway between your brain, your heart, and your gut. And this is now our understanding of why we often feel like we feel things in the heart, because in fact, there is a neural network of cells that previously were only thought to be in the brain. So really just honor whatever you're feeling in your heart right now. And again, just be with what is. There's no need to judge it. Just check in with it. And take the awareness and let it start to course through your body. And just notice where you might be storing tension right now. The face and the hands, these are really common points of tension. The neck, the shoulders, maybe the back, the hips. but we all have different patterns. So just notice anywhere that you might be storing tension right now. But then likewise, notice what's feeling good. Where is the body feeling open and relaxed? And actually, before we carry on with a combination of breathing and visualizing, I'd like you to just internally for a moment ask yourself, what is going well right now? What can you celebrate right now? And I guarantee you there's always something, and actually there's usually always at least a few things. And they can be as simple as you have clear lungs that know how to breathe and that you have the ability to take deep breaths. They can also be greater things, that you have maybe love in your life, or you have a fantastic dog, or I have two, which you may or may not hear at some point in this session, that you have beautiful food you can eat. So I just want to ask you to take your mindset to a place of gratitude and celebration just for a moment. So I'm going to say it, what are 5 things that you can celebrate and be grateful for right now? And just process those things. Just bring them into your energy, into your awareness. And then from here, take your gratitude and bring it to your breath. And just start to deepen the breath through the nose. So we inhale through the nose and we take the breath down into the belly so that the belly rises with the inhale. So we're getting that deep belly breath, engaging the diaphragm. And then exhale out the nose and feel the belly roll back towards the spine. And take a couple of breaths like that. Inhale, take the breath all the way down into the belly, feel the belly rise. And exhale and feel the belly fall. And then deepen the breath further. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, expanding all the way up through the inhale, really using your full lung capacity. And then exhale, release, chest, ribs, and belly. And let's just take about 3 to 5 rounds of deep breath here. Actually, we'll do at least 5. And what I would like you to do as you are breathing here is I would like you to imagine that with every inhale, you are bringing light. So just beautiful, calm, healing light into your body. And with every exhale, you are releasing the tension, the strain. And that can be releasing tension and strain physically. That can be releasing tension and strain mentally or emotionally or energetically. So let's just take at least 5 rounds of slow, deep breath. Again, with each inhale, visualize beautiful light flooding into and through your body. And with each exhale, imagine just releasing again whatever you no longer need. Let's take another breath here. And any external sounds that you hear, so whether those are my dog's nails on the wood floor or sounds from your end, try to just let it all be vibration. So not good, not bad, but just other creatures living their lives here right now on planet Earth. And then ready yourself for movement, and just in your own time and in your own way, start to draw some movement back into your body. So you just let yourself stretch, yawn, sigh, just do whatever feels good to you. Okay. And then from here, let's take the next minute to just gradually come up to standing, but really take your time coming up, stretch out along the way, be expressive, be creative, be playful. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's just however it feels good to you. Just take your time coming up and really feel the earth under you as you come up. Just really reminding yourself that the earth is there and it's supporting you, supporting your body, and it's there. Okay. When you do eventually come up to standing, bring your feet to a hip distance stance, squaring your toes forward. Okay. We're going to take an inhale, bend the knees and reach the arms up into the sky. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And one more. And then inhale, lift all the way up and interlace your fingers and then turn the palms up and take a big stretch up to the sky there. All right, and then turn back up through your knuckles. Then point your index fingers and your thumbs, so you're making temple hands, and you're going to inhale and stretch up. And then exhale, leaning into the bookcase, lean to the right just from your waist to start. So you're just leaning from the waist. And then inhale, take it back up through center. And exhale from the waist to the other side. And then inhale, lift back up through center. Exhale from the waist to the right, and then maybe shift out through your left hip. And so you're taking it just that little bit further. So this is Ardha Chandrasana, or a half moon pose. We're just opening up laterally here. And then again, inhale, lift through center. Exhale from the waist to the other side, and maybe shift out through the right hip. Inhale, take it all the way back up to center. Then take your interlaced fingers and bring them behind your head. So again, tonight we'll do a few things for the neck, and I'm just stepping closer so you can see, but you can stay standing, don't worry. So we've done this many times before if you've done these sessions, but your neck and your shoulders, they're deeply connected. So we're just going to take an inhale here, and then exhale. Tuck the chin in towards the chest and let the elbows fall down towards the sides of the head so that we're stretching the back of the neck there. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Turn your head. Just subtly turn your head to peek under your right armpit. So you're going to feel a stretch through the side of the neck. And then inhale through center and exhale over to the other side. And let's do it again. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center and exhale left. And then inhale center, start to lift the head. Lift up through the arms, take them back up to the sky, and then exhale, gently release the arms all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Oh, and exhale them down and back. And do that twice more. One more. Okay, and then interlace your fingers behind your back and draw your hands down so that you're squeezing the shoulders together. Squeezing the shoulders, hugging them around the spine. And we're going to take an inhale here. And then exhale, put a little bend in your knees and hinge forward from your hips. Let your interlaced fingers hang back and away from your lower back. And you can either stay there in the static pose, or you can isolate a shoulder roll there. So it's like you're stirring the air behind you with your knuckles. And then change the direction. So knees and hips not invited, just the shoulders working here. And take it back to center. Draw your hands back down to your lower back. Unwind the fingers. Oh, and reverse the swan dive all the way up to the sky. Oh, and then exhale, release your arms down. Okay, and then inhale. Again, take a nice shoulder roll. Inhale, roll them up, and exhale them down and back. And actually, while we're here, let's just do a couple more things with the shoulders. So just start to take one and then the other, and you can just kind of let yourself flow with this. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. Just feel it in your body and then change the direction going forward. I know it can feel really silly. I know it looks silly, but you know, no one can see you. You can just see me looking ridiculous. Okay, and then again back, just a couple more. Oh. Okay, and then from here, let's just do a few last little things, just warming up the body a little bit more. So what we're going to do here, let's take an inhale, lift the arms up into the sky. Exhale, sink your shoulders, feet at hip distance. And this is a lovely pose. This is Tadasana, or mountain pose. It's a pretty gentle pose until you hold it for 5 minutes, and then suddenly it doesn't feel so gentle. But we won't hold it for 5 minutes today. We have in the past, but just, I want you to feel your feet on the earth. Feel your hands opening up towards the sky. And close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And really breathe deeply, imagining each inhale rolling through your body, grounding you right down into your feet. Each exhale, clearing your body of anything you no longer need, any stress, any tension, even visualizing the negative beliefs, just exiting the body, maybe exiting the fingertips, however you want to see it, exiting the crown. And just feel yourself as this connected creature here on earth, deeply part of the earth. This earth feeds you, it homes you, it nourishes you, it gives you everything that you have to live in this body. So take a moment just to feel yourself as this connected animal, this connected creature. And in that grounded connection, likewise, feel yourself just open to receive in this human body. And that can be so many things. It doesn't even have to be the specific. It can just be recognizing that we are here right now, receiving whatever this day has to offer, whatever sunlight comes through the clouds, whatever love comes to us. And just take another breath there. And then exhale. Start to bend your knees, take your arms out in front of you. And we're coming into a chair pose. We're not actually going to stay here. We're coming into chair Utkatasana. So it's like you're setting your bottom back, like you're trying to sit into a chair, but you just don't quite trust the person offering it to you. And then exhale, take your hands, bring them down onto your knees. And then we're going to roll the shoulders back and open up through the chest. We take this little arch of the back, right? So you get kind of that big booty there. And you take an inhale there. And then exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest and just round up into a variation on a standing cat. And then we're going to inhale and we arch again. And exhale and round. Let's do a few more just because it's really nice. Okay, 2 more. Okay, and then come back to your chair. Take your arms out and inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale and swan dive. Hinge forward from the hips, hang the head, hang the arms. And just give your head a few shakes, yes. And a few shakes, no. And again, yes, yes, yes. And no, no, no. And then take hold of opposite elbows and opposite hands so that you get this extra weight coming down through your body, just feeling your spine nice and long, hanging down to the ground. Really let the head be heavy here. And then just gently sway a little bit side to side. And sway all the way back to center. And then from here, start to bend. I'm just going to turn the screen slightly. Okay. So then from here, start to bend your knees, take your hands down to the ground, spread your fingers nice and wide, and then walk one foot in the other back. And you're going to step yourself back into a position known as the downward facing dog. So we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. So it's like these two starfish on the ground. Then we're going to roll the shoulders back, squeeze under the armpits. And then from here, take a little walk of your downward facing dog. So we're just bending one knee and then the other, walking it out, stretching into the backs of the legs. And then push back into your full expression of down dog. Take some nice deep breaths there. It's okay if the heels are up. In fact, for most bodies, the heels will be up to create that nice long spine. And then from here, I'm hitting the piano. Okay, if you want a little bit more, take your right leg, swing it up to the sky. And then you're going to exhale and bend your right knee, point the right toes over towards the left side. Inhale, take that right leg back up. And then we're just going to do a simple swap. We take the right toes down, left leg swings up. And exhale, we bend the left knee, pointing the left toes to the right. Inhale, take it back up. And then exhale, take those toes down, bend your knees, and you're going to bring just making sure the microphone wasn't too much in the way, hopefully not. Okay, so you're going to take yourself onto hands and knees, and then we're going to take something known as puppy pose. So those of you that also love dogs, it's like a dog in a play bow. So we're going to come down onto the forearms. I want you to leave your bottom up in the air. You're going to take your arms out in front of you, forehead down. So this is for your shoulders and your upper back. Take a few more breaths here. Then slowly start to roll yourself all the way up and back. So you're coming towards a seated position on your shins. Okay, and then I'm just gonna grab phone. Oh, these classes, they go so fast. Okay, so then from here, once you have come onto your shins, let's actually take the hands out to one side and extend the legs all the way out in front of you. I'll turn that slightly down again. Okay. Okay, so he's helping, obviously. Okay, so once you have come into the seated position, just a quick couple things to say here. One, if you feel like you're being drawn back, and I'm really exaggerating, but if you feel like this is going into your hip flexors, this is going into your lower back, if this is really uncomfortable, then what you can do is you could sit up onto either a folded blanket, a folded towel, a couch cushion, or like a throw pillow, that kind of thing, or a yoga prop, just something that's going to ever so slightly elevate your sits bones, and that should make it much more comfortable. So please always honor what your body is telling you about these things, and know that it's not some kind of failure of the body to use props. Every body is different, so every skeleton is different. Everyone stores stress in different places, so it's not a failure. It's just it's just the way that your body might be right now, and it's not even to compare it to yesterday or tomorrow. It's just what is. Okay. So that's always the case, just being with what is and honoring what is. So then from here, let's take an inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale. Start to fold forward, bowing down towards your legs. Roll the hands back and towards the heart. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bow. Take a few more. So just doing some nice things for the spine, nice things for stretching. Also, we can be energetic here. We can inhale, sending gratitude, or actually filling up with energy from the sky, bringing it down to our feet, to our legs, pulling it through our body, through the heart. We lift up, again, taking that energy, bringing it down and through. And again, do this a few times. And as you're doing it, just to say, remember that whatever you believe is your reality. So people, and that's true of anything. So whether you're Christian or Muslim or agnostic or atheist or Buddhist, whatever, or whether you are really into Chinese medicine or Vedic medicine or Native American medicine or traditional Western medicine, contemporary or conventional Western medicine, again, like whatever your framework is what forms your reality. And so, if you start, sometimes we get into this idea of believing negative things or not wanting to see a light or to see a positive thing because we're afraid. We're afraid of the pain and the despair if something doesn't go the way that we want. But of course, it's going to hurt exactly the same. It's going to hurt the same. And in fact, when we bring that goodness through our body, we actually can reduce the stress hormones. Oh, it looks like someone it looks like someone tried to log in. Don't know what just happened. Okay. So when we're visualizing all of this goodness coming in, then we can, studies show that through visualization, through practicing gratitude, we do reduce stress hormones. We do change the structure of the brain. So there's no reason not to move towards the beliefs that feel good, right? Okay, let's take one more breath in. There's a lot of these. Okay, and then this time as you come up, I want you to take your left leg with you. And I want you to bring your left foot into your right thigh. And we're going just to do some simple stretches right now. And these are stretches that are believed to help with things like uterine blood flow. So we talked a little bit about that even before we started the class. I say all of this just with the caveat of just remember that with any type of yoga practice, a lot of it is theoretical. So we believe that this is doing that because of where we get different compression and things like that. But of course, a yoga pose is a complex thing because it's working multiple parts of the body all the time. So again, just know that no matter what, you're doing good things for your body. Okay, so we're going to take the fingertips either side of the right knee, and we're going to roll the shoulders back and we open up through the chest. Take an inhale here. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to take it further, you can start to take the heart towards the front of the foot, leaning down into it. Now, if you have sensitivities in your back or in your spine, keep a slightly flat or a slightly arched back. If it feels okay to you, you can take the head down towards the knee or the chin down towards the shin and come into a more rounded fold. But only do that if that feels okay to your body. Because in fact, again, like listen to what your spine has to say about it. We'll just take a few deep breaths here. And really any type of fold like this, where we're folding forward, these are the kinds of things that are believed to help with blood flow. Okay. And inhale, start to lift the head, lift the heart, roll yourself back. And then from here, let's take it to a bound angle before we take it to the other side. So this is another pose that is actually great for leg circulation as well. So again, we're talking about the blood flow in the reproductive organs, but also for the leg circulation. This is good for the hips. So lots of good things about this pose when we're talking about fertility, and we'll do a couple variations on it. So let's interlace the fingers over the toes, and we're going to roll the shoulders back, and we really elongate up through the spine. And just take some nice deep breaths there. And I can see, even looking at myself on Zoom, hips frequently have imbalances. It's like one of the #1 places that imbalances show up. So I've got a deep imbalance in my left hip. So knee's always up about 3 inches higher than the other. It's pretty normal. You have them too, Luna? Don't know. Let's take an inhale here and exhale, hinge forward from the hips. And then just like on that other fold, you can either come down with a flat back with your heart lifted. That's better, safer if you have pain or sensitivities in the back. Otherwise, you can round it right on down if it feels okay to you. And we just take some deep breaths here. And inhale, start to lift the head, lift the heart. We're going to come into another variation after we do the other side. So now we just slide that left leg out, right foot coming into that thigh. Let's take the fingertips either side of the knee, roll the shoulders back, open up through the chest, elongate the spine. Exhale, start to lean forward. Take the head down towards the knee or the chin down towards the shin. And from here, inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, start to roll yourself back up. Before we take that other variation, I want you to take the right leg, bring it out, just give your legs a little shimmy shake. So last week we did a shaking exercise. You can find that class on YouTube on the playlist there. And that's an exercise not to do during the 2-week wait, but shaking is a really great way of kind of getting out of our heads and also getting rid of blocked or stagnant energy, which you can say that again in that framework as an energetic thing. You can also say it in the framework of kind of the Western conventional science, which is actually that there's now a belief that shaking helps to get rid of excess stress hormones, things like adrenaline, cortisol, which of course we know we want to keep down when it comes to fertility. So again, everything's just a framework. So giving things a little shake out sometimes, just shaking out the legs, shaking out the hands, shaking out the shoulders. You can do it anytime. you know, you can just, and you can sigh out and let it go. And shaking's a great thing. It's a great little tool in the toolbox. Okay. And then let's make fists. We're not punching ourselves. We're just giving a little stimulation. We're just going to do a little bit around the legs. You can go around towards the kidneys, gently up into the chest, down each armpit. I especially want you to work around your armpits. This is where there's quite a few lymph nodes. Down each arm. Okay, and then rather than punch yourself in the face, take your fingertips, work your face and your crown. Okay. And then from here, start to actually one more thing. Let me take the time because there's 2 things I want to. Okay. We're going to forget that last bit. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to take the legs out wide here. Very awkward position that we're coming into. Okay, so we bend the knees, we take the legs out wide, we sit up nice and tall, and we bring the hands towards the inside. You can then, you have a few options. The easiest option, let's go with that, is you take your hand underneath your knees and you kind of place your fingers underneath your bottom. Again, it's a very awkward pose. And then we're going to roll the shoulders back and open up through the chest. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let yourself just kind of curl in a little bit. And again, inhale. Open everything up. Oh, nice for the shoulders. This is kind of hitting all of our boxes in one with regards to the blood flow and the shoulders. And again. Oh God, my shoulders, I'm feeling it, but in a great way. I hope you are too. One more. Okay. Start to unwind. And then we're going to come down onto the back. If you want to pop a blanket over your body, or if you want to pop a pillow under your legs or anything like that, please feel free, although we've only got a few minutes. So just, again, let yourself just get comfortable here, either bending your knees or extending your legs straight out. And then once you get comfortable there on your back, close your eyes. And then I want you to, in a moment, you're going to just tighten up as much of your body as you can. So you're going to make fists, you're going to scrunch up your face, you're going to curl your toes, you're going to clench your butt cheeks, you're just going to tighten everything, okay? So right now, go ahead, take an inhale and start to tighten and squeeze, and inhale and tighten and squeeze and inhale. And then I want you to hold everything. And then and just really let everything go. Let everything relax. Face, breath, hands, feet, butt cheeks. Just let it all go. And we're going to do it twice more. Okay. So the American in me has to use the word but. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're going to again inhale, tighten everything up. Hold it. And once more. Tighten, squeeze, inhale. Hold. Let it all go. And then just keep your eyes closed. Stay on your back, sigh out. And once you've sighed out a few times, just let your natural breath take over again. And just feel your body melt down and connect to the ground. Again, connecting to the earth, to being alive here and now. And again, I want you to visualize that there is light just beginning to pour into your body, whether that's through your breath, whether that's just light coming down from the sky, coming up from the earth and meeting you. Just imagine, I like to use the breath. Just imagine that with each inhale, there is just light and light and light pouring in and pouring through you. And you can direct it. Visualize the light moving into the spaces that need healing. So whether that could be physical healing of anatomical structures, whether that's emotional healing from losses or trauma or frustration. Imagine that there is just this light coming in and that you can send it where it needs to go. You know, we can talk about in nutrition, things like making the body more alkaline, more hospitable, healthier, rather than having a very acidic body. But we can also think about that in terms of, again, the energetics, which you might even just talk about as hormonal. So just imagine that we're bringing in this calming light, making this beautiful physical space out of our energy. And the good news is that that isn't only about receiving something, that's actually about being something for ourselves, for our loved ones, for the life that we have right now. So just imagine yourself as this being completely filled up on light. able to direct it through your body, and likewise able to radiate it out to your loved ones, radiate it out to situations in the world. And know that this is an exercise that you really can do anytime, anywhere, waking up in the morning, before bed at night, sitting in your car in a traffic jam. Um, you can, maybe not with your eyes closed in that last instance, but even pausing, if you have an office job, even just pausing for 2 minutes and just breathing and imagining your body and your energy filling up with light. It does have the ability to change our perspective, to change our physiology and how we're feeling in a particular moment. My cat agrees. So start to deepen your breath. See yourself as this beautiful light being. And draw some movement back into your fingers and into your toes. And then gently roll to one side. And bring yourself all the way back up to seated. When you come up to seated, just take your hands into prayer in front of your heart. And gently bow, honoring your body, your light, your practice, this moment here on earth. And thank you all so much for coming this evening. I'll stop the recording now.